I believe I am now live. Let me refresh this, make sure that I am live. Guys, do me a favor. If I am live and you can hear and or see me abundantly and clearly, put a 1 down in the chat for me. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. And we're going to get this conversation started. They changed up some of the live stream capabilities over here on the background. So give me a quick second. There we go. I see some ones coming down into the building. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Uh-oh, the family's back in the building. Let's conduct this conversation. Let's conduct this conversation. Let's get it popping. Let's talk about it. Let's go back in. It's been a minute since we've been live. What up? Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. No matter where you are at right now, you here right now with me. And we're going to provide a little bit of entertainment matched with a degree of value. But before we get started, I want to bring back the old intro. What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre tutorials and reviews, back in here with one more video. You know, I was reflecting not too long ago, and I just cannot believe that I've been doing this for damn near, it's been about, in total it's been, shit, has it been 5 years? 4 years? I absolutely can't believe it. I've been reflecting on it just a little bit because, you know, it's about to be end of the year, and I'm like, damn, what are my goals for 2023? And then I was thinking like where I've come from Red Cup Talks to just other content that I was doing on the channel to now being over here live and direct with you guys with a new background. You know what I'm saying? The audio coming through good. But we got all of these dope conversations to be able to talk about. And I apologize off the strength. Like, I should be up here way more doing live stream with you guys, just going over the content as we see here today. I should be offering more of myself to you guys, even outside of the daily videos. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Guys, we got a lot of things that's cooking over here. Oh, by the way, y'all remember this? Part of the masculinity. Part of the masculinity. Listen, it's Christmas season. Yeah, you need to go get yourself about 27 of these bitches. You understand me? Go get them for everyone in your family, all right? You could already see. Every time I put this shirt on, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I can just take over the goddamn world. You understand me? Shout out to everyone that's coming down into the building. I appreciate you guys. Listen, guys, click on the like button for me as people are starting to filter in. Would appreciate it. I got a little bit of time here today, all right? So we're going to get active. Now, let me tell you guys how I came across this particular content. Shout out to my Patreon. Shout out to my Discord server. Had a loyal patron supporter that sent me this content to Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast on this standout grilling TV, standout TV, something like that. We're gonna go through it here in a quick second. Now, I was first introduced to this platform back when Andrew Tate went on it, and I remember watching it, and it was actually the first time of like seeing that platform to that degree, and then also it was the first time that I thought to myself, Andrew Tate is a comedic genius. That's the first time that I thought that. So it appears as though Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast has been invited to go up there. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to go through the conversation, the parts of it that, let's just go through the whole conversation, all right? This is live. We're not gonna be editing and cutting shit out. Let's just go through it. And I think that it's very important to go through a conversation like this for a couple of key reasons. I think that when content creators get invited to other platforms, what happens is that they get asked questions that maybe never get asked on their particular platform. So it's often interesting to see how they answer the things that are thrown at them when they're given from a different perspective. I would say Myron, amongst all the other people that I see on other people's platforms, maybe like Just Pearly Things, they're always in a live stream setting. So I would say they're probably more apt to this type of content, this type of interviewing, right? So you see those type of content creators do particularly well at that, as opposed to generally where I stay at, which is much more pre-recorded content. You understand me? So With that being said, I see over 500 people that's down into the building and counting. Is continuing to go up. Guys, do me a favor, hit on the like button immediately. Would wholeheartedly appreciate your love, support, and your respect on this beautiful Friday. And then say what up to your neighbors that's down into the chat. All right, we all family down up in here. By the way, I've been thinking there's got to be, okay, so I have like my community as hooked up to my Patreon. I got to figure out, I don't know if it's like Reddit or what it is, but a way for folks that are not a part of my Patreon, but consider themselves a part of the MT Army. How do I congregate you guys as well, right? You know what I'm saying? I got to put some thinking into that. If you guys have suggestions, feel free to send me an email. Email's probably right down in the description box somewhere. All right. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into the content because I think it's a particularly long video. So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna watch it. Let me see what I can edit right here because I always have people that are just like, yo, put on subscriber mode. All right, I'm gonna put on subscriber mode. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll be able to chat down in here. I'm not gonna put on slow mode for right now. I think it's okay the way that it is. All right, so let me leave this like this. All right, let's get it popping. All right, let me put this down. Let's get it popping. All right. Let me open this up. I think this is a good opportunity as well because, it's good to hear from content creators in the space and also to see what the differences are because of the things that I've heard that Myron talks about. I don't agree with all the things that he says, even the things that like an Andrew Tate or even the things that Kevin Samuels used to say. I don't agree with 100% of the things. So it's good to hear what we don't agree with, what I don't agree with, and then the reason why I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So also, too, I have not seen this, right, at all. So this is going to be my in-the-moment reaction to this. All right, let me get this down up on the screen. Lego.
I'm not going to let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Because I'm going to have other girls in there. 100%.
Grilling.
Hi, I'm Simon Reynolds and I'm back. New season, new dates. And to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the dating scene.
I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
I've given some high scores.
I thought we might as well do the date properly.
See, I like this. And I've definitely given some low scores.
So, like, I'd just say Venus Caribbean langers with nice jocks.
Oh my God. It's time to find a man that can tick all the boxes.
Do you know what? There wasn't actually any red flags. Wow.
Myron Gaines.
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry, guys. There's, we got to do a little bit of investigation. Her Instagram was up on the, thing. I want to see who she is. Instagram.com. Let me put this up on the screen real quick. Shout out to the Instagram, by the way. We were 100,000 strong on the IG. All right? We working over here. You know what I'm saying? If you're not up on the Instagram, @TheRealMTR, you are absolutely bugging as well. All right, let me bring her up on the screen. Cheyenne. Is this a business account or is this like her account, her personal account? 205. Let's see what information we can glean. All right. Because my assumption is this is a dating show. So did they bring him on here in order to date her? Is that like the thing? This looks like a business account to me. This doesn't look like her personal account. Conscious hypocrite? Okay. 3,000 followers. Okay, is this her personal account? Just a little bit of investigative journalism real quick.
Hi
Hold on.
everyone, it's me, Shine Reynolds, and welcome to my channel. Officially, it's here, it's happening. After a couple of years of just being busy and procrastination, it's finally here, but there is no time like the present. So I'm really excited about this. What you guys are gonna see are weekly video diaries, new content.
You know what's hilarious about this is that for all 28.3 women that are watching the channel right now, this is something that y'all don't know about that y'all don't notice about yourselves, but I notice it about women. How many times do you get up on these YouTube videos and there's always a chick talking about, well, I've been trying to do this now, and it's just through procrastination, and it just reminds me how much harder dudes have to work to be successful in life. Like these chicks taking these long ass breaks. They make these Instagram profiles where they put their hindquarters on it, have 200,000 followers and shit like that, getting ad sponsorships through their cheeks, and then they go up on YouTube and realize how hard it is and never put any content. Like I bet you there's probably like only 3 videos on this channel. Hold on, let's just see. Oh nah. There's only one. God damn. Yo, the nerve. The nerve. How often do you see this? Yo, how often do you see, like, you go on the IG chick's profile or the TikTok or whatever, and there's a link to a YouTube channel, and you go on the YouTube, and the IG profile has 300,000 people following it, but you go on the YouTube channel and it's like 700 people, like max, because they begin to understand how hard it is to actually talk in front of a camera. It's not an easy skill to have, but shaking your hindquarters in front of a camera, it's a lot more easy. All right, there's levels to this shit. Anyway, let's get back into the video. Hashtag Detective MTR in the building.
I'm not gonna let a girl look at my phone.
Kind of guy.
2 to 3. I try to keep my retention somewhat high. I need a good rating on what do you guys use here?
Milo?
You guys use TripAdvisor? It's in 1997? What the hell?
Can Cheyenne ask you whatever she likes?
Yeah. I got nothing to hide unless it's like former government stuff. But other than that.
Yo, this is why I like to review videos like this. Did you notice his body language? When he said yeah, he said no.
I'll say, what the hell?
Can Cheyenne...
3. I try to keep my retention somewhat high. I need a good rating on what do you guys use here?
TripAdvisor.
You guys use TripAdvisor? It's in 1997? What the hell?
Can Cheyenne ask you whatever she likes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I got nothing to hide unless it's like former government stuff. But other than that, I'll say whatever that I can disclose.
And finally, are you ready?
I think so. I don't know. The dudes that kidnapped me and brought me here, they said it would be fun. I don't know.
Kidnapped you and brought you here, what?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Myron,
you.
pleasure to meet
Myron.
you. You gonna give me a hug or what?
Oh,
Don't be
okay, hug. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Chilling.
You smell nice.
Thank you. I try.
He made me hug him. I don't know why I'd done that. So, how are you?
Chilling.
Chilling?
Doing well. Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Good. It's a bit hot in here though, so my hands are a
Yeah,
bit
it is warm. I will say that. It's definitely
Yeah.
warm, but it's called grilling, right? So
Oh, I like that.
attractive but typical girl.
So, tell me about you, Myron.
I'm a professional misogynist. No, I'm just kidding.
Great.
Loved by some, hated by many. Just
Yeah?
on the internet, yeah.
On the internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both on the internet. I've
Yeah, we are.
seen.
It's a strange life.
Yeah. I've seen
strange.
some videos. You're not a fan of me, are you?
I'm not a fan of many things.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in there maybe a little bit.
Why is that?
We disagree on some things.
I think we might get on though. That's why I'm like interested. Off to a great start. He hates me.
I think it's very...
I actually like what Myron did right there. He kind of went in there and he broke the ice by giving her a hug. You know what I mean? Like, I think what I think that does is it kind of asserts himself as a masculine man. Like, bump it. I don't care what it is that you think about me. Yeah, let's break the ice, all right? Because we're gonna have this conversation on my terms. Let's keep watching.
important to be able to articulate your views, and if you don't agree with someone, it doesn't mean you have to hate them, but...
Exactly.
Because
but I think
obviously they
being
know
too
about each
agreeable
other.
is not good. Very
Really?
bad, especially as a man. Because typically if a guy is too agreeable, you can't trust him.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because all men want to get laid. And if you don't tell the truth and you're just being agreeable, well, he's trying to get laid and he's trying to lie as well. So.
Well, at least the man actually admits all men are trying to get laid.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's absolutely pointless to have a female friend.
No, it's not pointless to have a female friend.
Very pointless. 100%. Why would guys sit there and be friends with girls? It's pointless. Stupid.
So you don't have any female friends?
Absolutely not. It's a waste of time.
How is it a waste of time?
Because women don't offer much utility to you as a guy.
What makes you think that?
Well,
I don't
I
agree.
mean, if you get in some kind of fight, she can't do nothing. What's she gonna do? She's like, oh my God. It's like,
why
and
would
then,
you want a woman
if
that
anything,
fights?
she's a liability. That's what I'm trying
But
to
a
say.
woman would fight. Like, I'd fight a woman for you if you're my man.
I don't want my girl to be involved in any type of physical confrontation.
Really?
That's not her job. That's my job. So I look at it like, if I'm with a girl and I'm supposed to protect her and provide for her, etc., I want that to be my woman. I'm not going to give that type of energy to like a friend. That's stupid. Why am I going to put my life on the line for a girl that doesn't even suck my dick? Wait, but is that too much there?
I think you should just be able to have.
Guys, if you're not ready for me to pause this video and start talking about it, then just click off of the damn video. This whole concept of women as friends, I think it's based off of the semantics of what you define a friend, right? There's some people that define friends as, well, we still fuck, but like we still friends at the end of the day. So the idea of women as friends, I get it at a conceptual level. It doesn't make sense to have women in your life that you just give attention to with no benefit to yourself. But I think the outright statement of women in your life, there's no benefit at all of having them around you at all, I don't agree with that. You understand what I'm saying? There's women in my life right now that have business or networking opportunities just being around them, right? So like, don't just not have women in your life, but also understand which women are you giving your sexual attention to or your valued attention to. Because if you're spending time with women and you call them friends in order to get the coochie later, then I 100% agree with Myron. 100% agree with him. But the sweeping statement of just not having women as friends at all, you have to know what they're useful for. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep it rocking.
A friendship with women though.
Well,
Firstly, it's not always like men versus women. So I kind of feel like having female friends will give you that balance to understand like there's actually nice normal women out there that aren't just trying to sleep with you like for your money or everything like that. We bring a lot of value.
But there's a lot of them though.
I've interviewed almost 1,600 women now at this point, and I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, women are absolutely terrible at understanding what it takes to be attractive to women as a man. So their advice typically is not good at all.
That's very true.
1,600 women. Poor women. Men carry like a lot of like hurt and they push it on women.
Okay. Hurt in what way?
Yeah, I think it's because like, for example, this incel culture, which like respectfully, like your podcast really brings to life. You're just projecting onto women unnecessarily. Because there's a lot of good women. Like I myself would say I'm a good woman. I don't do anything wrong. I'm very loyal. I'm a kind woman. And a lot of men will make the assumptions because of podcasts like yours and people and men like you to then push that onto me. That I'm this kind of woman. I'm a gold digger and I'm this and that and I'm not.
Well,
he's got to dispel this immediately. You know why? Because she's being passive aggressive. What does she say? Incel culture, and then references his podcast. This is the bullshit that all of these feminists will do. They just won't say that this is a component of men that think this way. Just because men think in this particular vein of thought, then that means that these men are incels. They can't get butt from women. How much wrong do y'all have to be? I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all interviewing men up in this sector and you continue to say that the men that listen to the channel cannot get any butt at all, you're going to be in a losing argument. But let's see how he overcomes this.
the reality is, would it be fair to say that most men, I mean, you said there's a whole incel culture, etc. Would it be fair to say that most guys are losers and don't really measure up?
I personally don't think that. But
keep it
I
a thousand.
No, but I'm saying
keep it a thousand.
No, I personally don't. Like genuinely, I don't.
Okay.
Like I genuinely
Being
don't.
politically correct. I'll keep it real
majority
since you
of
don't want
men
to. Most guys, I'll be honest, are fat, losers, and don't have leadership qualities. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. And most women, quite frankly, are terrible. They're whores, fat, rude, crass, whatever it may be. And most of them don't qualify for a relationship, and most guys don't qualify to be the leader of said relationships. I think it goes on both parts. Okay, the men are weak, and the women, there's a bunch of issues there. So what we basically highlight on our podcast is you need to be the best version of yourself. And I think the thing is that guys are yearning for this because we've been lying to men for the better part of 5 to 6 decades about what being masculine and strong actually is. We've been demonizing it when in reality, guys need to become stronger. Because no woman wants a weak man, even though girls say dumb shit like, oh, well, you know, I want you to be emotionally intelligent and get in tune with your feelings or whatever. It's all a lie. Oh, see. Okay.
No, but I personally would like a man that's emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, but it's not me saying like, I want you crying all the time. So, do you know what I mean? It's true though. Like, so I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you have to give some room for men because like men's mental health is a serious like issue.
I can't stand when women say this shit. Emotionally intelligent, emotionally available. That's exactly what Myron is talking about in so many different words. Men and women are today have been taught that being emotionally available, emotionally this, emotionally that is the best way to be. So they prescribe that to the women, and the women can flourish within that. But then they also prescribe that to men. These women want so much of this emotional connectivity shit, but it's women that don't understand men. So who really has the empathy here? Who really has the empathy? Is it empathy? Because it's not. What's empathy? I could be in your shoes and feel how you feel. These women don't know how men feel at all. And that's what Myron is talking about with that particular point. This is going to be a cakewalk for him.
We tell guys not to be vulnerable in front of your girl. You know, you go ahead, you're going to be vulnerable, you're going to shed a tear, whatever. You do that around other men that understand, you know, the male experience. Women don't understand the male experience at all. And it goes to show, like when I said earlier, when you put the girl in a male perspective, I want you to pick up this girl. They always fall flat on their face because women are in a privileged position where they don't have to necessarily understand what it takes to attract the man because men come to them.
For me?
Yes. And in fact, on that empathy conversation, I'd be willing to offer that men are way more empathetic than women. In general and in mass. I think men can more so put themselves into the position of other people should they choose, right? And do what it takes in order to either help or not help that particular situation. Like a man would be much more ready to help and be ready to help of a particular situation. How many times do you guys watch? A lot of times I watch like this like the Second Amendment videos up on YouTube. How many times have you guys seen something bad happens in a video and the women just start screaming? The women just start screaming. It's just a bunch of lady screams all over the place. But the men are actually doing something, right, in order to fix the situation. I would argue that fixing the situations and understanding how to do that it means that person has a better degree of empathy instead of just complaining about something or just standing around with your goddamn hands in front of your eyes as the car's about to crash or some shit like that. Let's keep going.
As a partner, I would want to be able to give my man a safe space to be able to be vulnerable, and it's like, but not completely like, oh my God, cry all the time, but just so he knows like, it's like things are okay. You know, like it's supposed to be a partnership.
No, it's not a partnership.
Why
That's
is it not?
another common lie in modern day dating. It's not a partnership.
But I want a
whatsoever.
partnership though.
Question for you. Do you want a man that's taller than you? Idealistically speaking?
Ideally, probably, because I like to wear heels. I like to be seen.
Fantastic. Do you want a guy that's stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
I'm not fussed about money.
Okay. Well, you want it to make at least your equivalent, if not preferably better. Remember, this is your ideal guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a guy that's more confident than yourself?
Yeah.
More experienced than yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, you basically described the superior. So you expect this guy to come in and have a partnership with you?
Whatever he might excel on, I'll also add value in other ways. Because it's not always about being physically on par with that person just for certain requirements. Like you can't birth a baby, you know, and things like that. But so we complement each other in other ways, and so we're still equal in that sense.
Men and women are not equal at all. At all. That's another fallacy that we have in modern day dating culture, which leads so many women astray. We're not the same. There's certain things that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we're different, and we're designed to complement each other. And I don't believe in partnerships. I think men come in and lead, women follow. And I find it funny because women typically want a man. And here's the thing: what you just described is what every girl wants. But they think that they're going to go into a relationship with a guy that's better than them in every single metric, and it's going to be an equal partnership or 50-50. No. It doesn't work that way. There's always a leader. There's always a decider. And for it to work, the man's got to be in a leadership role, never the woman. Women can't lead anything.
Yeah, we can.
Nothing.
It creates...
Here's the thing. I think that his one way of attacking the subject of do you want a guy to be making more money than you? Do you want him to be this? You want him to be that? I give it like a 5 out of 10 score for that. And the reason is that men look for women different things than women look for men at the baseline understanding, right? Like you're not looking for a woman who is not emotionally capable, who is not feminine, right? So the thing is that because women have more feminine characteristics, it doesn't necessarily make them superior. It doesn't make them less than or as well. but they do it better than you. So then is that considered superior? You understand what I'm saying? But it's semantics at the end of the day. I mean, it's easy to understand what it is that he's saying.
It's too much pressure on you as a man then. Because if you want to be this like macho man, do you not think that's going to cause a lot of strain on a relationship?
Pressure creates diamonds. Because here's the thing, women are just the cherry on top. Like you should have already built the cake by the time she comes into the picture. You know, you should have already conquered a boardroom or conquered some kind of physical labor, played sports at some point in your life, endured some kind of stress. Like men need to go through pain. Men must become. Women are, men must become. Being a loser is unacceptable. If you're broke, fat, or you don't got your stuff together, that's your problem.
Yeah, but then men like you would complain about women because you'd say, oh, they only come for like the glory of it, like, and not the graft. So I'd rather be with someone that I'm building with.
I've never said that women build. I actually say the contrary. I say women don't build, they move in.
Yeah, but
I acknowledge that cold reality 100%. And I tell guys they need to build the castle so that she can come in and put some things there and there in your castle. But at the end of the day, you got to build the structure. Women aren't going to build it with you. Those days are done. Women want a guy that's pretty
Some women do though. Like a lot of women.
It's rare.
Do. Some.
No, a few. Like the ones I know.
I would say a minority.
A large
majority want a guy that comes pre-assembled.
What is he talking about?
Yo, this is edited to hell. Do you just not understand what it is that he's talking about? You just said it's rare. And then you say, what the hell is he talking about? What's going on here?
So we got to go off of the majority, not the minority. If I'm advising men how to, operate in the dating marketplace, I can't tell them, look out for this 10% that wants to build with you.
The editors
no,
of
the
the
reality
show
is
trash.
most women want you to come pre-assembled. And to be honest, the most attractive and youngest women that have the most options, they definitely want you to come pre-assembled. Women want winners. They sit at the finish line and pick the winners.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me make that abundantly clear as well, because I tell you guys so often, don't be mad at our reality. Boss up. Get better. Increase your utility. Increase how you make money. Choose degrees that are hard. Choose vocations that are hard. Just get better. Just get better. But see, I would say more often than not, men are used to hearing these different things. Some fall by the wayside and say, F it, and they allow the easiness of society to guide their bullshit decision making. And I agree with the young brother right here. Do better. Do better at the end of the day. Work harder. No one wants to hear you cry. No one wants to hear you whine, especially women. It makes the viscous innards go from to concrete. Concrete. They don't want to hear that shit. I'll keep it a fact. I'll keep it a buck with y'all. Even other dudes in my life that are constantly complaining, bro, you can't always just call me and always just bomb me with bullshit. What awesome things are going on in your life? What amazing things can you look back on and be like, yo, I did that. I accomplished that. But see, you have to work hard in order to do that. Listen, tough times create strong men. Weak, easy times create weak feminine men. So what are you doing in your life to ensure that you're doing hard shit? Pause. Let's proceed.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut.
What?
Okay.
2 hours north of New York City.
So what was your upbringing like?
Great. Parents were together the whole time.
grew up with horses
Stable.
and shit.
I had a sister, brother. Still, I mean, they're still alive now. I said had. But yeah, like they're gone. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up, went to high school, played basketball in high school, played video games. Still have my childhood friends to this day. I would say I grew up like in a pretty good situation. We didn't grow up with money, right? We grew up fairly, poor, lower middle class. My parents struggled, especially in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think it's important for young men to grow up like struggling.
Yeah.
I think it builds character. You have to do it.
How will you raise a son with your mindset? I'm just curious to know.
I would raise my son to not be a victim. I'm at a point now where very successful financially, but my son would not see any of this money at all. I would make him get it out the mud. Because, like we discussed before, trust fund babies typically don't know what to do in life and how to, they don't understand and appreciate the value of a dollar. And I thank my dad for instilling that in me early. I mean, my first job was at McDonald's and I got fired. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to be in the service industry, but it made me appreciate people in the service industry.
Yo, you know what's crazy is, do you guys know what is the type of people that are least likely to self-delete? Write it out into the chat. I want to see you guys' answers. What type of people, what sect of people are the least likely to self-delete? Which ones? Which ones? Y'all don't know. I don't see y'all writing shit. Amish people. Go look up after this self-made, poor. Yeah, the rate between rich people and poor people deleting is about the same. In America, it changes because how you define poor in America is not how you define poor in, like, let's say, Thailand. Yes, those are two different types of poor. You understand what I'm saying? But Amish people, yes, Amish people. I see people in the chat like, wait, what? Go Google it up after the stream. Amish people. And then you look at their lifestyles, right? They don't bang with technology. They're not scrolling up on Instagram. They don't have all of this money and all of this wealth and all this material goods, but they also work hard. They till the land. There's components of their culture that brings us back to the old versions of masculinity. Guess what? They have some of the lowest rates of self-deletion. That says something special also to what he's saying as well. I agree with him. If I have a son, he ain't seeing anything of opulence at all. And that's how I was raised as well. Now, I didn't have a choice. My pops, school teacher, New York City Public School District, me and him, roughing it. You understand me? I didn't grow up poor, right? Like, I wasn't considering what I had to eat on a nightly basis. In fact, I never had to consider that. It was always food. My pops didn't know how to cook, though, like a motherfucker. So I was a takeout food baby, like McDonald's and shit. But irrespective of all of that, right? Like, I never saw bougie. That's why I can wear the same clothes every day and just be happy with it. And I think Myron's kind of the same way as well, because anytime that I see him, he's always wearing like a fresh and fit shirt, which, some people might clown that. I think that is low-key admirable. I think that's admirable because he's not a materialistic dude. I would imagine that money he's making from this whole podcast thing, he's putting it into places that could give him long-term residual benefit. Anyway, let's proceed.
So what is this, by the way?
So this is like a tonic wine. When I drink, I'm
wine.
like quite a mellow person, chill, can put you in the mood.
You're not an angry drunk?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay, that's good.
I'd be the worst angry drunk.
Oh, did Myron get
I
a
can
hair
tell.
transplant? Hold up. Am I tripping?
McDonald's, and I got fired. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to be in the service industry, but it made me appreciate people in the service industry. So what is this, by the way?
So this is like a tonic wine. When I drink, I'm like quite a mellow person.
Oh, he
chill,
did?
Put you in the mood.
You're not an angry drunk?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay, that's good.
I'd be the worst angry drunk.
Yeah, well, I could tell.
So do you
That's
not
interesting.
drink?
I don't. It's haram.
So have you never drunk?
I have. I definitely have. But, I mean, it's not.
I would say this is over 10 years ago. My hair started to go up in the corners over here. And when I started using, I got a product that's down. I think I still put it in the link in the description box. Guys, let me tell you something. As soon as your corners start to go, there's a link to it. I believe there's a link to it down in the description box down below. When your corners start to go or you start to see some bullshit up here, start early. Don't be skipping, all right? Start early and follow the goddamn directions, all right? We all got different genetics, but it's going to happen to most of us within our life. My shit started to go, okay? And I'm holding on. I'm still holding on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still holding on 10 years later. I don't know if I'd ever do a hair transplant or something like that, but I don't know. I don't think that I would. When I was a little kid, I used to shave my hair bald, damn near bald, like all the time. So I know, like, I could probably rock a baldy bean and it'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a link to it. I believe it's down in the description box. If not, I'm gonna I'll put it back down in there for you guys to be able to click on. All right, let's keep going.
Really conducive to my life goals at the moment, so I don't really drink like that.
It's just more self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy, man, you can't afford to have things that clout your inhibition or your ability to go out there and create and become a better version of yourself. And I think like that's
was
why
not
I'm
there?
really
I'll put
big
it-
on,
I'll
like,
put it
not
after the
drinking,
stream.
Doing drugs, any of that stuff. You got to be focused all the time.
So how do you find dating then, with the way that you are?
I mean, when you understand the code, it's, you know, plug and play. It's like, okay, deal with the girl, size her up, figure out what kind of chick she is, and then bam, you know, you already know kind of how to move.
So like, what's the code?
Depends on the girl.
Okay.
You got to be able to adapt based on the woman that you're sitting across the table from. Yeah, I have the female codes in my sleeves. I know pretty much what they all are.
Okay, so how are you adapting to me right now?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I would
I
say...
want the code now, and then I'll ask the code again by the end of it.
Yeah, I would say recreational use only, no offense.
So what's like how many codes is there?
Well, it depends on the girl. You know, if you deal with a girl that's younger, that's in her prime year.
Did y'all just see that
I'm not
edit?
gonna let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Oh,
Because I'm gonna have other girls. Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
Hold on.
You got to play at that angle. Or if you deal with a girl that's a little bit
Hold on,
older,
accidentally
late
re-
20s,
accidentally
30s,
rewinded it. My
and
bad.
up.
That
9 out of
edit
10
was
times you're gonna
dirty
want some
though.
type of security if she
Recreational
hasn't
use
gotten
only,
her
and it was a nasty
Code. It's
edit
not
in
even
there.
that deep. Like either you like
Hold
them
up.
or not. You don't need to put them in categories. So what kind of women do you want?
Hold on, let's watch that again.
I mean, I could deal with whatever. My thing is, I need her to come into my life and be an asset and not a liability. Most girls are liabilities, to be honest.
Do you think?
Yeah,
I think
they
the right
just
woman
steal
though
your
could
goddamn
like
time and they
really
complain
just
about you.
compliment you and make you like progress in your life.
Well, you got to train them.
No, you haven't. In order to train someone, you need them to listen. I'm telling you, no woman is listening to you.
Like most girls come into your life, like, and if you don't know what you're doing, she's gonna come in as a liability, 100%.
No, you don't train them though.
You have to train
It's
them.
like training a dog. You wouldn't do that.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was gonna.
No, but it's true though. It's not training. It's not something like, once again, it's just seeing this person as your equal. Okay, but showing the person respect. It's not training.
So I look at it like, if I'm
Ooh,
gonna
there's
have
a
a
mean
girlfriend
edit.
and she's gonna be my girl and she's gonna have my title, well, she's got to be trained to rise up to a certain level because I'm gonna make her into an asset. Buy me a bag, do this, blah blah blah, take me on trips, whatever. When they haven't earned it, so you got to detrain those bad behaviors out of that girl and make her an asset into your life versus a liability. Most guys don't understand their value. They bring her into their life. They give her everything. She hasn't earned it. She doesn't respect him. She's walking all over him. She starts to dictate the relationship. You're not getting sex tonight. Blah blah blah.
He's so rude. Obviously, this is your experience, so I can't argue that. But there's.
I mean, this is biology. Women are hardwired to extract resources from men. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
This editing
Biology
is
rules
disgusting.
everything, guys. They could sit there and say, "Oh, but I'm doing this and my truth." Blah blah blah. Biology rules you. There's one truth. There's no such thing as my truth. Female, typical, blah blah blah, trash.
No, but
Here's my opinion on the training thing. I tell you guys on the channel all the day, words matter. It's just the words that he's using. It's just the words that he's using. For me, I would say coachable. You need a woman that is coachable. If you want her to get within your program, she has to be coachable. Some women out there are not coachable. And here's the thing. The older that they get, the less coachable that they are. All right? So if you're having a conversation, like this is for content. And what I tell you guys previously in videos, there is a difference between how you hear words being used from a content sake in order to drive more clicks and more views. There's a major difference between that and how you talk to women in real life. If you're actually having a date, and this is obviously not a real date, even though they kind of set it up to be a date, you do not say the word trainable, because trainable is synonymous with animals, I think coachable. I think coachable is a better word to use. Now, some of you out there are going to be like, well, it's the same goddamn word as a synonym. Go ahead. Say that all that you want, all right? But that's not going to get you any points. It's not going to get you any goddamn viscous inners at the end of the day. In fact, I'd argue that a woman that responds positively to that training word, right? I think she's got a toxic mindset. I'll be honest with you. I think coachable is a better way to put that. Let go.
I kind of feel like from my experience, if I'm going into someone's life, I would want to add value, so I wouldn't really take things. And I kind of feel when you.
What did you just say 2 seconds ago? You said, in my experience.
Yeah,
I come in and I add value.
Yeah.
That's you. Majority of women come in, meet the guy. Okay, what can I get from this guy? Okay, this guy's a simp. I'll just take him out on dinner dates he could pay. I'm never going to smash him. Another guy, this guy's hot. You know, I can smash him. I can hang out with him. This guy, he has some utility. He's a plumber. Okay, he can do my plumbing, but I'll give him a BJ once. Girls put guys in roles. It's your job as the man to make sure you're the top guy and you got the main role where you're not investing too much and she's investing more in you. Girls only respect men that they invest in. The girl always has to like the guy more than she likes him.
No, I think it works better the other way around.
When the guy likes the girl more?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Why does it not make sense?
Because women want a man that's better than them. So how do I look if I'm better than you and I'm sitting here chasing after you? It doesn't make sense. Women only respect men that they chase. It doesn't work the other way around.
Once again, with this like new wave of women, we don't want to keep fighting for a man that's, if he's going to treat you like an option.
See, here's the thing. We can say that women are changing, whatever, but we're all slaves to our biology. Women are 100% okay with sharing men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I would say it's even more apparent now.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I wish I had a goddamn siren. Pew, 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 pew.
Instagram, dating apps, etc. A minority of men are getting a majority of the women. And women are okay with that. I mean, walk into a nightclub. Into a nightclub, it's probably one of the most carnal representations of human nature. All the women are sitting in one section with a bunch of the guys that have the highest perceived status in that social setting.
Yes.
Versus all the other guys who are out there in general admission struggling.
So,
women always gravitate towards the best guys, and they're willing to share those guys.
Yes, this is why groupies exist, and I've taught you. See, this is also why you guys probably like you watch their content that I can't watch other content creators' content in a space because I'm gonna start to take on some of their talking points not from my perspective. So that's why I choose not to do that. But at the same time, though, yeah, I mean, this is why groupies exist. There's not male groupies, right? Like, they just don't exist. What male is trying to hop in goddamn a WNBA player's DM and trying to take that seriously? It just doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. So I think that's a good point right there. Let's see how she responds to it.
so what's your type?
My type. Fit, feminine, friendly,
Yeah.
submissive.
What
and
up,
coachable.
KS?
And coachable, to be trained.
Yeah, coachable.
You got to train women, man. I know that sounds terrible.
He's still talking. Fucking hell.
Women don't like it when they get...
Yeah, but you're not responding. You're not saying any points back to debunk any of the things that he's saying. Yo, the producers of this show, like, what were y'all doing? Like, y'all didn't set her up for anything at all? Or could it be that he's telling truths? Or could it be that?
criticized. If I go on a podcast and I say, you know what, guys, you need to stop being bums. You need to get your money on point, stop being fat POSs, etc. They actually admire and respect that. People are in the chat, flame emojis, whatever. I go on rants on the guys all the time. I'm swaying, going crazy. It's like I'm delivering a preach. I think she's trying to grow me, but what she doesn't know is I'm a black belt in this. I've dealt with 10 girls like her at the same time on my podcast, so she's gonna take an L. Women rarely get held accountable for their poor decisions. Men do, though. Men have to live in reality. Women are afforded the privilege of being delusional. So when a guy criticizes a woman, oh my God, right? If you don't believe me, think about it. If a dude's fat, we just call him fat. You're a loser, huh? If a woman's fat, love your curves, girl. You go. She's rude and obnoxious. Oh, you know what? They just can't handle you. You're strong and independent, fierce. We have all these terms to cover up
He ain't lying.
female inadequacies, but we don't have these same terms for men.
I think it just a lot of it comes from like narcissistic behavior from men and misogyny.
How the fuck? How the fuck did he say all of that? And she concludes that it's narcissistic behavior for men. Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? How do men get the blame for women's delusion? How? Throw the whole Cheyenne away. Excuse me? No, that didn't just happen away to the... Yo.
All these terms to cover up female inadequacies.
I ain't gonna lie. He's dropping bar after bar. How the hell did she come back and that was her damn rebuttal?
But we don't have these same terms for men.
I think it just a lot of it comes from like narcissistic behavior from men.
What? Yo, this is embarrassing. Yo, this is embarrassing. How on God's green earth does he have a discussion about not having accountability or having the privilege of having delusion within our society, and then at the point that he's looking for a rebuttal for said delusion and unaccountability, you become delusional and unaccountable? How does that even happen? It's the guy's fault. It's guys. Guys are so narcissistic. That's why women are filled with so much delusion. How does this happen? All 29.1 women has gone into the chat right now. How? How do you allow this to happen? How? That might it's so crazy. Listen, if you don't have, listen, this is the benefit of women having legit guy friends in their life. Even though it's getting harder on each and every day, the more that content like this gets pushed into the minds of dudes. This is why women need guys as friends. Because we will tell you the uncomfortable truth. We will tell you the uncomfortable truth. We'll let you sit in that uncomfortable truth, and then we'll try to come up to solutions for whatever was truthful regarding your situation. Or just hang out with the women and have them lie to you. You know what's one of the first places that I not realized this, that women lie to each other? Like, it's so crazy. It's just like, normally when a type of a person lies to another type of a person, we consider that like to be a liar, to be a bad person. Women lie to women more than men lie to women. like what? Oh, that looks so good, girl. Oh, I love the way that your bat wing eyelashes just flicker and flutter like that shit. Oh, girl, pick that wig over there and plaster it to your head for the next 3 weeks, irrespective of what that's going to do to your hairline or like the good natural hair that you have underneath that. Oh, it looks so good. Baby, honey girl, boo-boo chow, cut off all of your hair. Yeah, go bald. Do it. They don't give a shit about you. Shit, I did a video not too long ago, and it was a young woman outside of a wedding of another woman that was crying that it wasn't her that was getting picked. Ew. Guys don't do this shit. Women hate women. Women lie to women more than guys lie to women. I'm sorry. Guys, I don't know. We got almost 3,000 people in the building. Hit on the like button. We even have 1,000 likes. Get my likes up. Shout out to my moderators that are down into the building. Salt, I see you. Michael, I see you. Gail, I see you. Thank you for putting my website is down up in there. Guys, the Modern Man's Playbook. Make sure you go down up in there. For all of the things that are being talked about right here, I have created a playbook to help you understand how to conduct yourself as a modern man in today's society to be the most awesome, the best, the most happiest going into the future so that you can command the most amount of respect from men in and around you and also attract the most amount of women within that same time period. ModernManPlaybook.com. Gail, thank you so much for continuing to post that down up in there. Hit on the like button right now. We're going to continue to go off once my likes get over 50%. There should be at least 1,500 likes that's down into the building right now. Hit on the like button. I know you guys come down up in here and you forget to hit the like button. Hit on that like button right now. Shout out to Soldier for Christ. We are at Raw. Cheyenne is a definition of a narcissistic woman. Sarah Garvey and Just Pearly Things are the breakdown of how Cheyenne and modern women are narcissists. Sarah Garvey says he wants to smoke with Cheyenne. Interesting. Is that I'm not familiar with Sarah. Sarah? I'm not familiar. Interesting. Let me see. Is any other super chats that's down to the building? You guys are hitting on that damn like button. Let me go back. How do I get? Where's my mouse at? It's unbelievable. I've said it. If no one else has said it to you guys, I think women lie to women more than men lie to women. That's why it's so hard for women to keep women friends, to get women friends and to keep women friends. It's so much easier for guys to do it. It's so much easier for guys to make guy friends because we don't lie to each other. All right, keep going. I see 1,200. Keep it going. Show me respect. Shout out to the super chats that came in. How else do I get? Okay. Viewer activity. Shout out to Beat Star in the building. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my G. Oh, this is weird. I only see 2 super chats. I'll go back later and check the rest of the super chats. But thank you guys for your support of the channel. I really do appreciate it. All right. Hit on that like button for me. We're going to get back active. Where we at? Shout out to Adrian O for the 10 AED. What is that? Australian dollars? What's that? I don't know what that is. But thank you so much for the 10 AED. Appreciate that. Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you in advance for the playbook. Boy, mom, appreciation. I appreciate that, Maggie, the substitute teacher. And that's the thing, too, is that, like, I want, if the women that come in and follow this channel, you guys understand my degree of authenticity, of integrity. I want this to be something that women get for their sons, for their nephews, for their cousins. I want that as well, okay? I spent a lot of time. It's approximately 3 hours of content that I think not only informs you of the current state of going on today, but like me having conversations with men throughout my life, behind closed doors in office rooms, this and a third, of how to conduct yourself, how to be professional, how to be stoic, how to do it specifically, the things that normally don't get spoken about in a room, or even things that I'm not comfortable with saying front face public on the channel, is within it. modernmanplaybook.com. Let go.
And
Women are
misogynistic
far more
views.
narcissistic than men are.
No, women can be. So I'm not disputing that.
Far
But
more narcissistic.
but I kind of feel
We've
like
reached half,
with men that
2600
attain
women,
a
13
certain level
likes.
of status and power, it gives you the opportunity to try and to dominate.
Big difference, though.
No, but this is
Men
why
earn narcissism.
men do not earn a right to be narcissistic. Like, just shut up.
Men earn confidence and arrogance. Women don't. Women are born with their value. Men must earn their value.
I don't like the statement men earn narcissism, right? I think it's like it's an affliction established in a DSM-5. To be neurotic. I don't think that's something that you should earn yourself into being. I don't think you should ever make yourself into being a top 1% man and then turn into a neurotic person, right? Like, I don't think that's something to aspire to. Shout out to Brandon L. Jet for the $50 super chat. I got your MTR. Get his likes up. Appreciate you, my G. Sponsor of today's stream. I appreciate that. Shout out to Eugene for the $10 super chat. Keep up the good work, bro. LOL. Appreciate it. All right? Yeah, guys. Don't work well in life to do everything in your power to maintain, to build, and then you come out the other side of it, and then you're now a narcissist. That's not something that you want to be known for at all. Shout out to Preston, live from the settlements. Thanks for dissecting this while at work. Pardon the masculinity. Shout out, brother. Thank you so much for the support. Let's get back active.
So if a man's arrogant, more than likely he's probably accomplished something. When a woman's arrogant, 9 out of 10 times, she hasn't accomplished anything. She just has a bunch of DMs. See, this is the problem that a lot of modern day women have. They lack critical thinking skills. Women tend to go off of their feelings versus what's real. They go off the feels and not the reals. What a girl is supposed to do is come into a man's life, see where he's deficient. Okay, I noticed that you like to go to the gym at this time. I'm going to make sure that you have a protein shake with as many grams of protein as you need.
Oh my God, facts.
I'm going to make sure that's done, and I'm a deductive problem solver. You like to go to the gym at this time.
What did she say?
I'm going to make sure that you have a protein shake with as many grams of protein as you need.
Just get a PA.
I'm going to make sure that's done, and I'm a deductive problem solver. I'm able to be observant, because that's women's gift, is being observant of social situations. That's why women are socially superior to men. Oh, I thought you were going to say that's sexist. Okay. No, it's never sexist when a guy mentions something about a woman that's positive. So a woman's job is to use that social calibration that they have, that they're superior to men in, and be able to be like, okay, this guy's deficient in this and deficient in this, etc. Let me come in, compliment, make this guy operate. He's already operating at 95%. I'm going to get him to 102. And when you're at a high level already, that extra 2, 3, 4, 5% is what helps you beat the competition.
This guy's dangerous. Women will do that. But a lot of women will give you that.
Dog, I might need to go through the comment section of this video. Are the people that are down up in there that are agreeing with her? Why would a woman not want to agree with that? Why would a woman not want to agree with that? I'm saying, yo, you come into my program, you make me perform more optimally than I perform by my goddamn self. But see, that's the thing. Women want to just come into your space and just eat your time away. They want to eat your time away in exchange for that. Well, I'll give them the insides. Like, what? Excuse me. Yo, women that understand how to form fit in a masculine man, in a man of values life, right? But see, those are marriageable women. But see, women like her, that's why he says for recreational use. Women like her just do not understand that. It's a foreign language to them. And instead, she estimates dangerous. How is that dangerous? You're trying to be in a together mindset. You want men to sign up for marriage for what? For what? This is why so many men are making rational-based decisions on the construct of marriage, because you're not even just marrying her, but you're marrying the damn state. And that's an issue because now you have these women that set up their lives for them always to be put up on a pedestal, always to be made feel superior. And at the point that a man has an issue, then he has no leverage at that point if he's already married. So at the point when I ask the simple question, how does marriage benefit men? That's why none of these women can answer that because they're so steeped within their Disney fairy tale and their delusion to be able to come up with an answer that makes sense. She said, dangerous. What did he say that was dangerous? Oh, shit. This interview was crazy.
They will give you that balance, they will compliment you, but
Yeah.
they're not going to just do it until you're serious. You know, because men like to play the field for a very long time.
When you're with a guy of value,
Just
you
date
got to
older.
understand that he has the leverage, not you. You're applying to be his girlfriend. I wear
Yes.
the highway, baby, because at the end of the day, when you can replace a girl, that's when she respects you. It's on the woman to prove to me that she's worthy of a relationship. That's where a lot of
Yes.
girls make a mistake. They'll sit there and say, I'm good, I'm loyal, blah, 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 blah. I want to, see how you do before you get promoted. I'm not going to give a girl the position of secretary or underboss, right, or second in charge of my company unless she's been vetted. She's got to work her way up. The problem is that we give women CEO jobs when they haven't proven themselves and they don't respect the job.
Who's listening to this man?
So you're
Many people, apparently. Men decide relationships while women decide sex. When will y'all get it through y'all's thick skulls at this point? Like when? At what point? So anywhere where a woman is not seen as superior to something, you're gonna complain, kick and scream about it. Is that just what's gonna happen? And you're gonna call it dangerous on the other side of it? Like, men of value are not looking for partners. They're not. If you want a man of value, you got to get to his program. You got to look at all of the kinks in his armor, all of the cracks in the concrete, and you got to fill those things in. And guess what? In return, you get security, provision, and protection. Modern men today are just set up for a raw deal at this point. I mean, it's just so obvious. Like, these are the influencers. These are the ones that are on top of the game.
Here's the thing, you're looking at equality from a
Jesus.
human perspective. I'm not saying that men are better than women from a human perspective. I'm saying that men are leaders, so therefore we cannot be equal. When you're on the battlefield, right, and the lieutenant or whoever the commanding officer is on the battlefield, you're not equal to him as, a regular soldier. He is the leader. You're not equal, but there's a reason. There's a hierarchy to dictate order. If the woman is equal to the guy, well, who's going to make the final decision? Nothing gets done by a committee. There always has to be one leader in charge. There's a reason why there's a president, there's a CEO, etc. Both people can't be alphas, as they say. The problem is this: women are confused about what men actually want. They think a CEO.
No. I don't think that they're confused. I just don't think that they care. I think the majority of them don't care. And it's so damn sad. And by not caring, that's how you get women that have 2 kids and are looking for a top 8% earning man. They just don't care. They will make mistakes throughout their life. They'll gain baggage. They'll gain bodies, right? Body counts is out of this world, right? You run a Carfax on them, and you're like, God damn. So much so that they've convinced men to tolerate their bullshit. That's how you got so many men that are okay with them not having children and then the women having children and being stepdaddies. That's how you got so many men that are okay with men saying, I don't care about her body count. Body count? What does that matter to me? How many men have been on top of her? What? Why does it matter to me? How many sweating men? Beating up the cheeks like that. Who gives a shit? That did nothing to her mental energy before she got to me. That did absolutely nothing to. That did absolutely nothing to it. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. She's all ready for me now. It's my turn. How many men was on top of you doing your girl like that? You understand me? Women are connected to their emotions. You don't think that has no goddamn imprint on her? Guys can smack cheeks and not even think about you the very next minute. It's in our biological makeup. All right? They call it post-nut clarity. All right? And what's so crazy is that before I busted into them cheeks, you was about an 8. Afterwards, you was solid 5 now, mama. And in fact, I'm going to regret this decision. You understand what I'm saying? But for women, no. Listen, there's innies and there's outies. What feels more weird? Me putting my finger in your mouth or you receiving a finger in your mouth? It's a lot more emotionally disturbing to have a finger put in your mouth by a stranger. You understand what I'm saying? It's more emotionally disturbing to receive eggplant in your innards. Give me that goddamn dirty innards. It's way more upsetting to receive that shit than it is to give it, okay? And then you put on the emotional components within women as well on top of that, all right? No wonder the damn self-deletion rate amongst women is the highest that it's ever goddamn been. That shit, because these feminists are lying to them. They're goddamn lying to them. No, you will not feel empowered the more sexually liberated that you are. You will not. It will not be good for your mental health. You will not. You get passed around by Tom, Dick, and Harry, crucifying the guts, and then they want nothing to do with you. How is that a good experience? How does that feel good? Not giving a goddamn care about you. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. No, figure out how to be a marriage material. Figure out how to form fit yourself within a man's life. A man of substance, a man of value. A man that you probably ignored back in high school. That's doing well for himself. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Hit on the like button. Don't play with me. Let's get back at it.
Yo, a boss, a business owner, ambitious, competitive woman. We don't give a shit about none of that stuff. Men don't care about that. And I would argue the more money a man makes, the less he cares about his woman's ability to earn money. Men and women are not the same. Women basically become the very men that they want to attract.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, so men, like, I find that men will say that they like women that have ambition to start. It's what makes...
It's a lie to get laid.
No, I wouldn't say it's even a lie.
It's a lie to get laid.
Like, it's not, because for me, like, whenever, like, I've dated and stuff like that, a lot of men say they like the fact that I am ambitious, that I have a career.
They want to get laid.
No, but I'm saying, in general, a lot of men get irritated, like, nowadays, like, so you're dating all these women, and you're going to say, all these women do this, is they do nothing and they expect. But that's the qualities that a traditional woman would bring. She'd want a man to do things for her, so...
I you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with her just a bit. I like women that have talent, right? I don't know if I quite say ambitious. I don't know if that's the correct word, right? Like, but when I think of fit, feminine, friendly, and then also I'd add on there is coachable. But then the one that I'd want to also enter in there, and I'm gonna start saying it from now on, talented, a talented woman, right? Like, think about it for a quick second. Some people are just not that talented, right? Like, and they just haven't been blessed with whatever is necessary for a particular task at hand. If you are 5'1", you're never going to be in the NBA. There's going to be a top level to what you'll be possible, or what the extent is of your capabilities within life. There are some women, from a metaphor perspective, that are 5'1" in the NBA in relationships. They're just not talented. They don't have a talented bone in their damn body. Talent. I want you to be talented. I need you to be talented within all of this shit. Within figuring out who I am, I want you to have a keen sense of empathy, a keen sense of understanding, a keen sense of loving masculine man in front of you. Talented. You have to have a high barometer for that shit as well. Let's just keep going.
But here's the thing. She complements that man's life.
So do you want a relationship?
Monogamous?
So how many girlfriends do you want?
I mean, as many as I can. I mean, I probably have 4 wives.
Talented in the
I can do
kitchen.
4.
Go ahead, talk
This
about
man
it.
wants 4 wives. He's going back 500 years.
4 wives is the way to go, because if one acts stupid, you can go ahead and get another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No guy wants to be monogamous. Man, most.
Ooh, shout out to Bink. They like ambitions because it sounds better, but the word is competence. Competent, extremely competent, and talented within that competence. I think that those are better words for me. When I think about ambition, I think I mostly think about, doing something from a corporate perspective, right? But like, it doesn't mean that you can't be ambitious with understanding your guy, right? And making sure that your guy is always well fed, always well taken care of, and that you're making sure that he's operating at an exponential level that by himself he couldn't operate at. You understand what I'm saying? But to me, it's talented and competence. Appreciate that super chat. Let's keep going.
Guys that are monogamous are monogamous. That's the way to go, because if one acts stupid, you can go ahead and get another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No guy wants to be monogamous. Man, most guys that are monogamous out of force. If I lined up 100 dudes and I said, listen, man, you can keep your girlfriend, right, while you simultaneously smash these girls and she's not going to care, he's going to take it. Every time. Most guys have to kind of concede to what their girl wants. This stupid quote, happy wife, happy life. I think that's the dumbest quote ever.
I mean, it's a good quote.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because a woman's job is to please the man, not the other way around. A woman's
Job
job is
to please each other.
Women are pleased by being with the best man in the area. Women are pleased by you being the best version of yourself. As a man gains more status, success, income, etc., the woman wins. She's all his success, she benefits.
Yeah, but doesn't that please her?
It's from that.
It's a bit contradictory right here.
It's not the same. When a woman makes more money, earns more status, etc., and she starts to outgrow her man, she's going to look for a better man. Men and women are not the same.
But some women...
Yeah, I don't like his words around that, because it's within the assumption that you don't have to please the other party. A man doesn't have to please a woman. No, there's things that you have to do to please a woman to keep her there. It's not just you gain all of this success and they're just going to stay there no matter what. Like, we're getting out the realms of just basic human decency and like charisma and rapport, right? Like you gotta like each other.
We are emotional beings. Like, we will stay with
Which
the
is a
man.
problem. They're erratic.
But we will stay with the man. Like, if a man loves us and is loyal, we will stay.
Really? Is that why women initiate an overwhelming amount of the breakups? Because they're emotional
Oh,
and they're loyal? No.
shit!
Women are the most disloyal creatures that we have.
Yeah, but I feel like you're...
Which is okay.
W's in the chat from Myron. Uh-oh. He had the spirit of KS on that one right there. You know what I'm saying? Just totally messed up her damn logic with a bar.
So do you like the whole sugar baby kind of lifestyle? Man look after the woman. That's you.
No, not at all.
But that sounds like it. Like, you want to
No.
be this provider. So that sounds like it.
Well, here's the thing.
But then you moan about women for doing that. So, if you show that you provided...
I accept that women are hypergamous creatures that want to get their needs met through men. I accept this reality, and I've accepted it a long time ago. I'm a firm believer that men need to be men need to lead, women follow, men pay for dates, men should provide, men should be breadwinners. I think women working should be elective. I don't think it should be mandatory.
This guy is definitely a sugar daddy.
I tell guys all the time, go on sugar.
Here's the thing. When I say that I appreciate it, though, I don't mean from the perspective of gold digging. Right? I don't mean it from that perspective.
Sites and use them to date, because there's a lot of girls on there that aren't necessarily, how do I say this, sugar babies that are just looking to be taken care of and paid an allowance. There's a good amount of girls on there that make their own money or just want to deal with a guy that has his stuff together. Let's be honest. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, these traditional dating apps, they fail 90+% of men, and the stats show that. How you meet a woman matters a lot more than meeting the woman. What I mean by that is that women place a lot of importance in the context under which they meet you. It's my job as a man to not get finessed.
Did you ever get finessed?
Also, women fall in love with what they hear. Men fall in love with what they see, right? They can't hear shit on Tinder. They can't hear shit on Bubble. They can't hear shit on Hinge, right? You gotta give them that ear pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? That's where game comes in. Charisma, being able to talk to women.
Finessed, because I kind of feel like you run this
Every
flag so hard. Like,
every guy's taking L's. I wouldn't be in a position to be able to give this information if I didn't take plenty of L's.
Listen, he's
guys are
definitely
used
been
to taking
finessed
L's.
before, and now he's like come back with a vengeance. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what like your experience with London women are.
Okay, they're not as hot as the girls in Miami, I'll just be honest.
They're not.
But Miami's an anomaly. Like, we got the most attractive.
No, it's any cold weather city place. Like, the more beautiful women tend to be attracted to warmer climates. Let's keep it a buck.
Girls, per capita, like
LA,
some places in the world, like if you could compete, like maybe with
Miami,
Colombia, Brazil, etc. But yeah, I mean, Miami's an anomaly. Yeah, British girls are not as hot as Miami girls. I mean, but it is what it is. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll try to womanize here and see what happens. But my standards have went up. Oh yeah. What?
That's not good.
That's a good thing. See, it's such a negative term, but womanizers are actually the best guys.
Yeah.
Womanize. I hope he meets a woman from South. Really?
They know what's attractive. They know how to take a girl on a date. They know how to treat a woman well, etc. It's the weirdos that you guys don't want. The womanizers are the ones you guys want. The misogynists, those guys.
Oh.
I would argue sexism benefits women.
Really?
100%.
Why is that?
Because with sexism, it adds a whole other standard and a whole other league for women. I mean, if there wasn't sexism, there wouldn't be a WNBA or a female MLS, or we wouldn't have different standards for, female police officers or female firefighters, etc. I mean, actually in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, female firefighters can fail the test and still get the job, versus a man would never be able to do that. I can't think of anything sexist that benefits men, besides maybe being able to sleep with a lot of girls and being respected, but that's tough to do.
He's talking about double standards.
What, sleep with loads of women?
100%, very difficult.
I do agree, like it's a lot harder for men to get sex, but I don't understand like why there's so much obsession with like this body count and everything and the double standard.
Do you have an issue that men have an issue with a woman's body count, or do you have an issue with men wanting a lot of sex?
A bit of both really, because I kind of feel like you get mad if a woman is sleeping with multiple men.
Yeah, rightfully so.
But then if you do the same.
Men and women aren't the same. Well, how about this? Let's say me and you are dating, right, hypothetically, and you find out that I might have done some gay porn in the past to make some money. What would happen? Keep it $1,000.
What would happen?
Yeah.
I feel like...
You would break up with me. That's the truth. You would leave me if you found out.
Well, because I would assume that you were gay, and then I'm your secret to cover up your gay identity.
But my past matters, right?
But it's not necessarily like the fact that it's your past that matters, it's just the fact that you aren't being
But it was unattractive. That's how men feel about women that have a past. Men are interested in a woman's past. Women are interested in a man's future. Body count matters, ladies. If you're a hoe, you are a hoe by definition. And men are not hoes. We are hoe makers. That's the reality.
So would you not
Jesse Lee
be with a
Peterson
woman for her family background or whatever like that? Because I kind of feel when you do your background check, those things are really important when you're dating someone, because you kind of want to understand their mindset. Yeah,
there's always exceptions to the rule, but in general, girls that come from broken homes typically tend to have very bad habits. Girls that don't have a father in their life typically tend to have bad habits. Is this all? No, but a majority of women that don't have these things in place typically don't end up being good women in general. They don't have rudimentary basics. Or if they have trauma in their life, whatever. Trauma destroys women, but it builds men.
This guy is insane. Like, I actually think he believes his own bullshit.
So as a guy, it's your job.
Yo, every time that he says something, is she always just going to respond that it's just bullshit, that it just doesn't make sense? Is she always going to respond with just no evidence, no data? You guys, the production staff over there in the UK, okay? I know you guys don't work hard as Americans, but why could you not work hard enough to prep her for an interview where she can at least give something else besides her damn feelings? What Myron is bringing up through this entire conversation and the way that he's saying these different points is playing out between him and her, meaning her not doing research, not understanding where he was going to be coming from, not working hard. She just got to sit up there and look pretty. Sit up there, look pretty, just respond to the different things that he's saying. But I just feel like, he's so disrespectful. He doesn't make any sense. He's so dangerous. This is the dynamics between men and women playing out in this interview right here. Think about the difference. He's created his own podcast. He's been working night after day, day after night, live streaming hours per day. He's got the talking points so wrapped up in his, and I'm sure whatever he started a year or some change ago, he wasn't as good with these talking points the way it is right now, but now it's like muscle memory. Now he's goddamn Stockton at the free throw line every time he goes up, because he's putting work in the gym. This is the difference. How do you get popping with just nothing to talk about? Like, how does this happen? How does this happen? Shit me. Years. Thousands of videos on the channel. Almost 1,000 goddamn videos up on my Instagram, TikToks and shit like that. 100,000 people on Instagram, over 500K on YouTube. Putting in time in the gym to work and get shit done. How does this even happen? But this goes back to the beginning of this when I researched her shit, and she had one video on her YouTube channel. I'm like, sorry guys, I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I'm just so busy. Like, come on. Like, guys, so much more have to come through with facts, logic, data, statistics to prove the points that we're saying. And then still, there's arguments. Let's just go.
Job to find a girl that isn't, it's going to sound terrible, and hopefully I don't get canceled for me saying this, tarnished.
Tarnished.
Yeah.
It's not really fair to say tarnished.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Because like a lot of people do hold themselves accountable and do the work and personal development.
Women?
Well, yes, we do. So before you want to, glad you find it funny. Why does he keep laughing at me?
Most girls don't hold themselves accountable whatsoever. Most girls rarely self-approve, if ever. Most girls think, I'm special, I'm perfect the way that I am, I'm a princess, I deserve the world, and unfortunately, reality kind of smacks them in the face because they can't keep a guy long term. They just get used for sex. And once modern day women understand that you actually have to compete, you actually have to show up to that job interview for that prestigious law firm in a suit and actually be ready to do the work, you're never going to be able to keep a job, or in this case, keep a guy.
Have you ever suffered with mental health?
No, thankfully.
Really?
If I'm going through something, I'm able to just like kind of use it as motivation to push myself through that time period.
So how do you deal with it? Through fitness, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that's a big one. I was a Division I athlete in college, and I rode. It's a very painful sport for anyone that does it. So if you can do a 2,000 meter race or a 6,000 meter race, then you can deal with a lot of other stuff. Makes you mentally tough.
Mentally tough. Do you find that you always have to be tough?
Yeah, you can't afford to not be as a man, because the difference is this. When a woman cries on a man's shoulder, that man doesn't lose attraction and respect for that woman. However, if a man cries on a woman's shoulder, she's inevitably going to lose respect for that man. She might not at that moment. She might be there like, I got you, whatever. But there's something revolting from a female perspective to see their man cry. Now, you might not be someone that's like that, but I've had so many women on my podcast say, I thought I can accept it, but when you cried in front of me, it just changed.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because like there's this visceral like switch in a woman's head. It's like, this guy's crying in front of me, showing weakness. Damn, this guy can't protect me and provide for me, right? Even if it's not true, even if it's like a moment of weakness, it can show something that like, oh, this guy isn't there. Because like women are designed to look for survival value in men. Men are designed to look for replication value in women.
Yeah, I think it's...
I'll be honest, guys, as an adult man, don't even cry in front of your mama. Don't even cry in front of your mama. Please, don't. I've seen mothers take advantage of boys at their weak points, men at their weak points, to use that information against them. I just don't share shit with women in my life in general. I share with my boys, my pops. That's what I share shit with. All right? Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
I think it's unfair to like completely rule that out, because I feel like it's fair for a man to be able to do that. You are allowed to have a moment of weakness.
Life isn't fair.
But, okay, life's not fair. But I think you should be allowed your moment of weakness, and I kind of feel like from a woman's perspective, it will be then how you then deal with that.
I think we should end world hunger. I also think that we shouldn't have nuclear weapons and people shouldn't be dying needlessly, etc. But I can't operate on should, could, and would. I operate on what is. And what is that women are inherently unattracted to weak men, and crying and showing vulnerability is a component to that.
No, so you wouldn't cry in front of me?
Absolutely not. Never. You would never see that.
That was a decent section.
Have you ever been in love?
To a woman?
Yeah.
I've had love for women, but I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's in a man's best interest to be in love with a woman.
Why did he say that?
But I
You lose control.
So I feel like everything and your standpoint on women.
Was there another option? Was there? What maybe he was thinking of something to say. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, because it's a live conversation. Is it? Yes. It's a live conversation. All right.
Have you ever been in love?
To a woman?
Yeah.
I've had love for women, but I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's in a man's best interest to be in love with a woman.
But I
You lose control.
So I feel like everything and your standpoint on women is gonna change the moment you like meet the right woman. Yeah.
That's cute, but no. I mean, I have.
Gay. Give the man the benefit of the doubt, please. All right, he's in a live conversation. He's probably thinking of something else to say. I can't say that I would be in a live conversation and I use like little conversational tactics to give me some extra time to think. He wasn't ready for that one. He wasn't ready.
I've had love for women, but I'm never going to fall in love with a woman because
Why?
when you fall in love with a woman, what happens is you start to lose grounding and you start to lose that rational thought. A lot of the stupid things that men do is because of love.
So you're scared to be vulnerable?
No.
I'll be honest, guys. I don't like. Here's something. I think that there's something to be said to be a content creator and always seem infallible, always seem invincible, always seem, because you're leading a whole bunch of other people. So you want to say things like, you know, or they want to say things like, I've never been in love with a woman, or like, I've never had a mental health, this, that, and a third. I think it's a crock of bullshit. I think it's a crock of bullshit. I don't think that it's real. I think that it's fake. I think it, to a degree, lacks integrity because I don't think that it's real. I don't think that it's real. I can't identify with that. We've all gone through mental health issues. We've all gone through, well, not like issues as defined within like a medical text or something like that, but we've all been in funks. We've all felt terrible about something. We've all, you know, tried to go after a girl and then she rejects you and you feel like shit for at least like a little while. I don't like this degree of content because I don't think that it's real. I think it's posturing as to say, we're supposed to think, act, and feel a certain way that is not normal to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this never been in love shit. Like, you know, maybe he's telling the truth, but I'm just saying, like, when I see shit like this, it comes across as inauthentic. I don't like the inauthentic shit. You never loved a woman, my G. You never. Listen, there is no. Nah, let me not say that. There is better feelings than having a woman love on you. But, you know, there's something special there if, you know, you get that love, that comfort, and that respect from a woman that loves you. It's a beautiful thing. Shit.
And let yourself go and be in love. Like, you're going to block yourself from, like, emotion and to feel for something that could be really amazing for you because you're scared to be vulnerable.
No, because I understand that men and women are different, and men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Women
we do.
love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
Yes. You don't.
No,
All men, can I just say, all men say they don't, and they actually do.
Don't
I
what?
really don't.
You've never done it in your life.
No, I've done it in my life.
Did I
So
miss
yes.
something?
But the last time I did it was 2014. I remember specifically.
What?
Yeah, never again.
Did I miss
Why?
something?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you eat vagina?
What?
Exactly. Point proven.
No point proven.
You don't do it. Why should I do it?
Listen, a woman's body is beautiful. For me, what I don't understand is like why it's such a stern no, because why wouldn't you want to please your woman? You know, because
Wait
have
a
you not
minute.
ever
Like
seen
I said
it
before, it's
They talk about
Female
box
vaginas are
sucking.
disgusting.
in your life?
They talk about licking the clitoris.
Yes. You don't.
No.
All men,
Yo, shout out to the editors. I was shitting on the editors before, but I like the way that they set that up.
can I
I'm
just
like,
say
what
all
are
men
they
say
talking
they
about?
don't, and they actually do.
I really don't.
You've never done it in your life.
No, I've done it in my life.
So yes.
But the last time I did it was 2014. I remember specifically.
What?
Yeah, never again.
Why?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you eat vagina? Exactly. Point proven.
No point proven.
You don't do it. Why should I do it?
Listen, a woman's body is beautiful. For me, what I don't understand is like why it's such a stern no, because why wouldn't you want to please your woman? You know, because have you not ever seen
Like I said
that?
before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the.
He don't eat the kitty cat, huh? Oh, this interview was hilarious. This interview was hilarious since 2014, Myron. Listen, there is truth. You know, there's some truth to that. The inner, it's a murky place down there. All right, it's a bacteria-filled dungeon of bullshit. All right, it is. Yeah, I mean, he's got a point. Let's just keep going.
the way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous. When it comes to being intimate and in the
I
bedroom,
don't want to get popped off of
it's
YouTube.
not.
I had
It's
a
like,
whole thing that was brewing in my mind.
when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said, does that mean I'm not going to please my girl or whatever? Of course I will, but it's elective.
Definitely shit in bed.
Just like a woman's, duty to go to work is elective, my duty to please her sexually is elective.
That's ridiculous.
How's that ridiculous?
Because,
This is good content.
No.
Oh, you know what? How about this? With that logic, I'm just going to stop paying the bills.
Okay.
That would be ridiculous,
I'll have to
wouldn't
go
it
work then.
Huh?
I'll have to go and work then and start paying the bills.
be? Hey, and then you'd lose attraction from me, wouldn't you?
But I just don't understand why, like,
I think I can say this without getting popped off of YouTube. I don't like that. I don't like that elective talk. I ain't even gonna hold you up. I don't feel, I want to make sure that that they pop at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I know that the job was done correctly. Like, yeah, there's gonna be women with different how do you say this? Different body types. Like there's some women, 30 seconds later, bow, she pops. Right? There's other women. You know what I'm saying? You got to work on your deadlift game. You got to work on your pull-up game, That's why the pull-up is my favorite exercise. I could bust out 50 pull-ups right here, right now. You all right? My back stays strong. You understand what I'm saying? My deadlift stays strong. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that it is. That good grinding motion, I get you to... That's it. That's the pull-ups and the deadlifts. You understand what I'm saying? You got to grab it from the hamstrings. You understand? You got to get your base from the hamstrings. And then you got to just do the undergrip pull-ups at the end of the day. That's why I just keep going until poop goes the weasel. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. I don't like that elective shit. I'll be honest with you. No, I like to see him. I like to see him laid back on the bed, passed out. Fucking their eyes are flickering, unable to discern right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. It make me feel good about myself. You understand what I'm saying? YouTube, please don't demonetize my channel. I'm trying to keep the words as best as what I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that elective shit. I'll be honest, guys. You know what I'm saying? There's no better feeling than walking away from the yams that you absolutely just murked. Like, there's no feeling. When she starts talking about I started to black out, that there's something about that. You can walk around the streets with your head held high. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Soldier for Christ again with a $10 super chat. This is real red pill that the red pill community doesn't talk much about. It doesn't matter if you have every box ticked. If you can't put it down in the bedroom, you eventually lose your girl. Hey, listen. That's just the way that I think about it. All right. I felt the need to be able to say that. All right, let's keep going.
I feel if you just started doing it, you might have a better relationship.
Well, no.
Your woman might not like it, but I'm just saying, from a standpoint, I don't understand why you have to constantly dominate, even in this scenario. Like, having sex is an intimate thing. It's an energy exchange.
Energy exchange. More typical female gibberish. Like, bro, energy exchange? What the hell? Bro, get out of here with that.
Myron
really
is comedy.
thing. So why would you not want to
I didn't realize he was this
Most
funny.
women get off on you getting off. That's the truth. If we're going to be all the way about this.
No. Women thought that. No. Women used to think that through porn.
Really?
Through everything. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is what I'm saying. But women have started pleasuring ourselves, doing things. So now we know how nice certain things feel.
And women are more miserable now than ever before.
I don't think they are.
Women derive their pleasure from serving a man they love, admire, and respect, and their children. I provide. So then you got to provide the ejaculations. Man, I mean, I don't know what's so hard to get about
I'm trying
this.
to work out if you're being serious or you're actually like playing a game with
I'm dead
me.
serious. A guy getting his girl off is elective. They should do it, but they don't have to. Just like I think a man has to work and his woman
Okay, we'll just do it and then just...
Yo, this is so Yo, guys, put a 1 down in the chat. If you got... This makes me feel like I should go back and review the whole Andrew Tate conversation that you had with her, because I haven't seen the whole thing. Put a 1 down in the chat if I should go back maybe another day, maybe tomorrow, something like that. I should do the Andrew Tate version of this that he was on. Put a 2 down in the chat if you're like, nah, it's old news, don't worry about it. Put a 1 if you think I should go back and do that tomorrow. Put a 2 if you think that nah. I'll look it down up in here.
See what you get different results. That's all I'm saying.
I don't do that. I'm not, and if that's what she needs to get off, well, too bad. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's a submissive thing too. That like I'm not.
What is your issue with men submitting to women? Like genuinely, I feel like this is a big issue of yours.
The chat
Oh,
has
really?
spoken.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
no, but I'm saying, I'm just saying, don't go into,
Fresh next.
don't
Go into what?
Don't go into it, because you're
Fresh
about to
has
go
one
into it.
too?
I'm just saying,
From Fresh and Fit?
genuinely, you have such an issue with just.
You don't like when I use
men.
your logic on you.
Ooh, we
He
gotta do
has
that.
definitely got some issues. No, I just don't like the fact that it's this power dominating thing that you want as a man. Like, yes, you can have it, but just in some situations, just know when to also submit as a man and surrender. Not everyday masculine man.
Jesus. No, Cheyenne.
Glad you find it funny.
Absolutely
No,
not. We will not.
absolutely.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't concede to women.
So women have been dogs, terrorists. What's the relationship like
Big
with
at
women
it.
in your life?
Big at it.
Like family-wise?
Fantastic. It's actually my mom that taught me a lot of I grew up in a Muslim household, so she was the one that told me, "Don't commit to these Western women." Blah blah blah. So my mom is actually like a very strong symbol in my life when it comes to navigating this situation. If it weren't for her, I'd probably be a simp. You know?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up but my parents are together to this day. My dad, my dad was the man. My mom was the woman. My dad led. My mom followed, and you know, they have a fantastic relationship.
stop with
And
these
a
Freudian
big part of that
slips.
is because they stuck to their roles. And it was my mom that told me from a young age, don't marry these American women, these Western women. They're not going to cook and clean for you. They're not going to take care of you. You're going to come to the home, it's going to be disheveled, blah blah blah. And I used to think to myself, like, Mom, chill, what's wrong with you? But now that I'm 32 versus being 12, 20 years later, I'm able to look back on that advice and be like, God damn, Mom was spending some heat back in the day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's understandable why you think the way that you think because of your environment and your influence, which is a good thing for you.
Guys, it's a live conversation, okay? You're going to have some slips. All right, when I start to do some of these conversations, y'all better not roast me in the chat like this, all right? If I slip up some of the things that I'm saying, all right? He's got to stop it, though, the nerve. Shout out to Anaya with the 250, what? The symbol is that. Hi, MTR watching from the Philippines. What up? Philippines in the building. You're speaking facts. You plus trad Filipino moms have helped me become a much better woman. Thank you. Now a fiance and, God willing, a wife by 2024. To an amazing man. Applause emojis down into the chat right now for the last super chat. You guys hear that? We making a difference out here. We making a difference out here. We are helping women understand how men actually operate so they can lock one down and be happy for life. Clapping emojis down into the chat right now. Let's salute that. She watches the channel, all right? Let's give her support, love, and respect, all right? Let's keep going.
You?
My background, right? Like I didn't at first it was like, okay, I don't agree with this, right? Because I used to be like, growing up American. I was born in Connecticut. I was like, Mom, you're wrong. Like women aren't like that. What's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Like you're a misogynist, Mom, and you got some ingrained misogyny, right?
You even said that.
No. But back then I don't even think I knew what that word was. That's like a buzz term nowadays that no one knows the definition of anyway. But anyway, so as I got older, right, like the things that she started to say started to reflect more and more when I dealt with more and more girls. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And talking with other men, talking with, with women, etc. My experiences, and then talking with thousands of men, and then also I'm in a very unique position where I've talked to both genders on a podcast, coaching sessions, etc. So I'm in a, very certain situation where I'm able to get anecdotal evidence. I have statistics, etc., to back up what I'm saying. And I would say my approach to dealing with women, dating, relationships, sex, etc., is a very pragmatic way to approach the dating marketplace based on today's scenarios. Would this dating advice work in the 1950s? Maybe not, because women were different back then. But nowadays, they're significantly different. Like from a more negative standpoint, not to a man's benefit.
Would you have a partner with a body count over 30?
Okay.
No,
Right,
he's gonna
yes
say
or
no.
no?
That's a hell no. Unacceptable. Disgusting. Would never wife that girl up. Recreational use only, guys.
Why a hell no?
Yo.
So what's yours?
What's my body count? What's the term in England when you want to invoke the Fifth Amendment but you can't?
No comment.
No comment. There we go.
So no comment. So is yours over 200? 300. Yours is a lot more.
Sparta.
Wow, and yours is over 300, and you want to get mad at 30. This isn't even a double standard anymore.
Stop
he's just taking
thinking
it
that
too
men
far.
and women are equal.
I think it's more attractive if a man doesn't, because if you can, no, it is. Like if you can show discipline, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
No, because if for me it shows like self-control and discipline.
Most men, if left to their own devices, want to have sex with as many women as possible. Men are designed to spread seed. We want quantity. Women are designed to protect their egg for the best seed. Women want quality. We're very different.
Yeah, that all went out the window with birth control.
Do you think you're liked as a person?
That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And my thing is create a legacy so that whether they like you or not, they respect you.
Yeah.
That's what I care about. I don't care if people like me or not. Because I'll tell you this, there's plenty of girls that I've had sex with that didn't like me, but they respected me. Because women must respect you to fuck you.
Yeah.
That's true. I ain't gonna lie, I've been in a similar situation.
Yes and no. So why wouldn't you?
Why would
Because
you?
I'm the man. You were.
I must have missed it. Would you change your lifestyle for your purpose?
Yes and no. So why wouldn't you?
Because I'm the man. You were attracted to me in the first place because of my lifestyle. I'm not going to change who I am because of a woman. When a man changes for a woman, he grows into something she's going to have contempt for. When a woman changes for a man, she'll grow into something he'll love. That's how I got you in the first place. Why would I change? And that's the biggest mistake that guys make, is they get in a relationship, they get comfortable, they get fat, they lose their ambition. I got her, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And that woman starts to lose what? Respect for him. Mm-hmm. When a woman
that's a
changes
bar
for a
right
man,
there.
he
He's
gains
right.
more respect for her.
Men and women are so different, aren't they?
They are. When you're changing for a woman,
Yo, dog, he's so right with this one. He said something like, the more that you conform to what a woman wants, the more that she'll grow to have contempt for you, or something like that. I might be butchering a little bit. It just made me think about how many women, that I've dated in my life that would just want me to just always be around them, right? Like, well, where you going? What you doing? Can I come over? Right, like, and at the point that I lose the thing that I'm doing, the purpose that I'm doing, the utility that I'm doing, right? Like, it's like they begin to like you less and less and less, because then you can't do the same amount of things that you used to do. You don't have this will to continue to create and to be innovative and to do this. And then, man, there's so many dudes out there that are in this, happy wife, happy life culture that are now former shells of the young, virulent man that they used to be. And they don't understand what happened to them. And it just came after years upon years, if not decades upon decades, of you eventually folding. Remain on your goddamn square. Be a man.
and that inevitably puts her in a leadership role. And when a woman's in a leadership role, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship.
Justin.
Yeah.
Would you give your partner your phone password? Hell
No, why not?
I'm not going to let a girl look at my phone
Why?
because I'm going to have other girls in there. 100%. The thing is that most women can't handle the truth. So I'm very big on like being upfront and letting her know, listen, I'm going to have other girls, whatever it may be, but you're the main one. And she's got to accept that. But her looking at my phone is just going to hurt her feelings.
So you want an open relationship?
Yeah, open on mine, close on her end.
That's not fair though.
Life isn't fair.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like the kind of relationship that I want isn't that.
This is entertaining.
What if I told you women don't know what they want in general?
Some don't.
Most don't.
Some.
This has been statistically proven that women don't know what
Okay.
they want.
Cool. In your little incel culture podcast.
Okay.
No, No, I think a lot of women know what they may want, but a lot of them want shit that doesn't benefit them.
Women don't know what they want, and worse yet, they're not going to be honest about what they want because of strict societal standards where they don't want to look like hoes.
Yeah, because you guys call women hoes.
Rightfully so.
Not rightfully so.
Why can we call guys bums, but we can't call girls hoes?
Why can't a woman just like be sexually liberated? Genuinely, why does she have to be a hoe?
Okay. Do you want to be a hoe?
I don't really care what you think if you're gonna say I'm a hoe.
No,
but I'm saying.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you this as a question.
I don't want to be labeled a hoe for what you guys paint as a hoe.
Well, let's peel.
She's 100% most definitely a hoe, allegedly. This is what notice her body language. Notice the way that she's now communicating. Notice how invested into the conversation that she is right now. She's feeling slighted because she probably has over those 30 body counts that they put into that question before. Let's proceed.
A little later back. Do you want to go out and have sex with a bunch of different men at the same time?
Why would I want to do that?
Okay. You want to hear something magical? Most women don't want to do that. Most girls don't even want to be hoes yet. Girls argue and debate to be hoes. I don't get it. They don't even want to be hoes.
Pissed.
We don't, but it's just a double standard. We don't want you to.
Wham.
Sorry.
Are we gonna cry? There's a bunch of double standards that don't benefit men.
I'm just saying that I feel like this hyper-independence liberation movement
dick.
is because we're just sick of men like you that want to just attack women for being able to do something that you guys are doing just as much.
I'm not attacking. I'm reporting
No, but I'm
a fact.
saying in general, like.
I'm reporting a fact. If a woman is promiscuous, she is by definition a hoe.
That's the truth.
And you sleeping around?
I am a homemaker.
Right.
Shout out to Jesse Lee.
You're just an idiot.
Men can be hoes.
Okay.
Men that have sex with a lot of women are successful.
In your eyes, as men, this is the thing. It's like this brotherhood thing. It's you guys. It's
Incorrect.
you.
Okay, let's go back to biology.
No, we're not going to keep going back to biology. Actually,
Because
no, we're not.
that's where it all
we're
stems
not.
from.
Why does he keep going back to biology?
Because you keep going back to your feelings.
We're not in a science lesson.
Yeah, she looks defeated at this stage in the interview. Let's see where else this goes.
So, what would you do if I was going on holiday every other month?
You'd be single.
Really?
City boys, we up!
You're going by yourself. Sometimes. Oh no, you'd be single.
Every other
What
month?
would you do if I
For
couldn't
what?
cook?
You'd be single.
Can you cook?
That's irrelevant.
No. Can you cook though?
Can you fight?
Yes or no?
Let's
Why would you not
let's
answer the
ask
question?
pointless questions.
How is it a pointless question? I'm trying to get to know you.
Because that's your job.
What's my job?
To make sandwiches.
Did he actually just say my job is to make sandwiches?
How am I going to fight off the intruders if you don't make sandwiches? I need sustenance.
He's trolling the
Okay.
shit out of
What
her.
would you do if I earned more money than you?
It would never happen.
How do you know that?
Because no girl's going to match my ambition or drive.
I'm quite an ambitious woman.
LOL. That's cute, but it would never happen. Men build the world for real.
Like, why is the goal always about like being on top? Firstly,
Well, missionary is a fantastic position, first of all. And
He's
the other
just
reason
trolling.
why men have to be on top is because that's the only thing women respect.
there's so many people that just like a nice, quiet, humble life.
Here's the thing. All women, you know what?
Stop saying all women as well.
Okay, now that you said that. All women want a guy that's better than them.
Why do you get annoyed and so frustrated about men that are simps?
They're giving women that don't deserve attention and validation, messing up for everybody.
It's nice when you have men that are attentive to your needs.
By you being successful and being the man that she wants in general, you're already attentive to her needs.
What would you do if your family didn't like me?
Too bad. I've made, mistakes in Islamic culture, but my parents trust my judgment and they would accept it.
What would you do if I had a lot of male friends?
A girl that has a lot of guy friends is a problem. That's a liability. Male friends, big red flag. If a girl has a bunch of male friends and she's not willing to give that up to be with you, for the streets. Women value a man that has social proof. Men don't care about a woman's social proof.
That's true.
When you have friends, it's a liability. When I have friends, it's social proof. It makes me more attractive. It makes you less attractive.
It's so damn true. I've had women in my life that will communicate to other women regarding the stroke game, and then those other women will then be in my DMs. Guys don't operate like that. Guys don't operate like that. Like seriously within the right, because now that they have the social proof that something like that is true, then that's why I tell you guys, like, that whole I don't care about what she does in the back. I don't believe in that whatsoever. I go in there and I wreck shop. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's social proof at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But guys don't think like that. Guys don't think, damn, she does this, therefore let me go and try to get her. And like seriously, like wife her up for a relationship or something like that. If she's a hoe and you just want to use her for being a hoe, then that's another thing as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wits End. Thank you so much for the $77.77 super chat. What's happening, MTR family? Glad to see you back up in here. He's spitting bars, but he is trolling. Shout out to Wits End. Thank you so much. You are now the sponsor of today's stream, my G. Appreciate you wholeheartedly, all right? Let's keep it going.
What would you do if your friends were liking my pictures?
I don't associate with men that can't attract women. All my friends are good with women. And there's a bunch of reasons for this, but you can't hang out with simps. You can't have friends that are thirsty for women. Yeah, simps mess everything up, but it makes it better for guys like us, man. We just come in and it is what it is. We clean up. Anytime a woman is the focal of a man's life, it's a problem. No. 100%.
Yeah.
And the only way a man can give a woman the best life is when she's not the focus.
I don't think so.
Well, that's
okay. Why?
As a woman.
What would you do if I wanted to start an OnlyFans?
You're serious?
Yeah.
You'd be single.
Why'd I be single?
Because I'm not going to have my girl out there on the internet showing her butthole for $3.99. Your girl wants to do OnlyFans? Bro, you ain't got a girl. You got a 304. To the streets she shall return, I'm telling you, or else your life is going to suck.
But what if I just wanted to make my own money?
Can't do it being my assistant or something else?
Your assistant, an actual paid assistant.
Yeah, paid by penis. You're getting everything else. You get the lifestyle, you're living for free, traveling the world, whatever it may be. You get the title of my last name. It's a W for you all the way. You get seen in public with me.
His ego is through the roof. How do you think you done on the date?
I thought this was supposed to be a date.
Yes. Oh, would you like me to be more submissive? Oh my God. Hey. would that make you feel better?
It would, but it's okay. It was a debate. It's fine.
Really? So next time, if you want to date...
A debate date.
So if a woman wants to date you,
yeah,
she just has to come being a pick-me.
I mean, giving a man what he wants, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
You're expecting a masculine man that's a leader, ambitious, etc. So I expect a woman that's feminine and submissive. I don't understand why it's a crime for a man to want a woman the opposite of him when women want the opposite of themselves. Being toxically masculine is bad, but that's what women really want.
So if I surrender and be more submissive...
It'll make you way more attractive.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would take you on a serious date if you're submissive.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So we're just going to...
Yeah, but then you still got that body count issue.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't keep it rolling. Exhausting. That was heavy.
It was fantastic. I won the debate.
Yeah, he definitely won.
I think she respects me.
This just turned into a debate, and this is the problem. Like, he doesn't let me just challenge him and not every day argue, you know?
Oh, the victimhood. Oh, my God. There was literally 72 times with that entire conversation where you could have challenged him on anything that he was saying. All you responded to was things that was within your feelings. That's all you responded to. It's unbelievable to me. Guys, that's pretty much the end of it right now. Guys, do me a favor, hit on the like button right now before you get up out of here. Let me see, what time is it? How much time do I got? Okay. Guys, make sure you guys hit on the like button right now. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. I can't believe after that entire conversation, she was the victim at the ultimate. He won't let me get a word in. What? Yo, I wonder what the full interview looks like unedited. They should release that tape as well. I don't know why they wouldn't, unless it makes her look extremely bad, right? Because it's just more of content, just a lot longer. They should release that full unedited interview. I'll go back and dissect that one. So, guys, it seems like you guys want me to go through either Andrew Tate or you guys are telling me that Fresh has one as well. Maybe I can go through that one tomorrow sometime, maybe the day after that. Make sure you guys put on the notifications. I'm about to upload a video literally right now, all right? It's literally going up right now. So go right down, hit on the notification. Make sure that motherfucker is on. Stop playing with me, because YouTube be playing with me. The algorithm is doing something weird over the past couple of months. But click on that shit. Make sure, all right, because the more you guys are watching the content, more you guys are watching the live stream, the more I'll be able to come up here and be able to do that. You understand? You guys like the background, by the way? Smooth, right? I had to figure out a way to try to upgrade the background from before. And I think I did a pretty damn good job. You understand me? Hashtag progress over perfection. Guys, do me a favor again, hit on the like button. Make sure that you guys come back, hit on that notification bell, and then I'll see you soon. All right? Video going up right now, maybe like 5 minutes or so. All right? You're going to enjoy it. Until next time. Wait a minute. Before I go out of here, modernmanplaybook.com. Guys, go up there right now. Shout out to Gail. I continue to see her put that down up in the chat. I believe it's also in the description box. Also, for guys that are looking for the hair thing that I tell you about, I'll go put the link down right there in the description box as well. modernmanplaybook.com. It is now this is like I just wrote a book, but I just made it in digital format. I don't want to write a book because you guys are not reading my content. You guys are looking at my content. So I wanted to create digital content within the idea of how do you craft yourself to be the best version of yourself within modern times today. That's what I put together for you guys. It took me hours on. I invested so much money, so much time, professionally edited, not edited by me. I had editors go out and do this shit. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful program. modernmanplaybook.com. If you guys want to be able to construct your life in a way that you can increase your joy and your happiness and just your overall outcomes going into the future. All right? Until next time, you too. Peace! Where's the end button? There we go. Well, this is awkward.